All right, you cut up your jumu. You cut it up, you wash it. I didn't peel it because the peel is hard. I wash it, I'm gonna boil it. Now after it's cooked, I'm gonna let it get cold because you have to blend it. That's when I'm gonna remove the peeling. It's gonna be much easier to come out. Now once you cut it open, you scratch all the stuff that are inside, you wash it, and then it goes into boiling. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mio's Delightful Kitchen. I know it's been a while. I haven't posted in the past couple weeks. You know, my family and I have been going through a tough time. For those of you who knew, my sister-in-law passed away unexpectedly. We have been going through a lot, but thank you for all your prayers. And we really appreciate it. And now, I said, you know what? I know it's hard, but let me go ahead and make a soup joumou video for you guys, so we can, so I can help my friends, my family who's asking me for recipes, the people who didn't know what we were going through. They were asking me for videos, so it's time for me to go ahead and post one. Well, we're not gonna waste too much time. As usual, we're gonna move forward to our recipe. You know, it's Independence Day. We have to make soup joumou. Everybody loves soup joumou. It's basically a pumpkin soup. That's the tradition, not tradition, correction, the name, but it's really not the pumpkin that you use for Halloween. It's a smaller pumpkin. It's a calabaza, I believe. The Spanish name for it, but for us it's jumu. This is what it looks like. There are bigger ones. There you can buy pieces of jumu at the store, but this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients. I have them over here, and we're gonna move right through it. Okay, I didn't prep anything. The only thing I did, I put stuff to the side so I can show you what I use, and then you guys can do whatever you want. Remember, soup joumou is a traditional soup. It's very important for us Haitian, in the Haitian community. It's got a lot of meanings. I don't want to go through all of that because I don't know if you guys have questions. I can post it on the video, the meaning of our soup joumou. But it's our traditional soup. It's very important for us, for our ancestors. You know, we grew up drinking it, and it's something that we do. We eat it every January 1st. That's how we start our new year. Come on over, let's go over the ingredients. Now, yeah, I didn't need to see all the cookies and stuff in the back, so I put the board. Now for the meat, you can use whatever float your boat. You don't have to use a specific type of meat or a specific type of ingredients, but there are some stuff that, you know, have to be in there. Of course, like the jumu, the celery, the lose, the celery leaves. These are the things that give it the flavor, the smell, but you can tweak different things. Now, I've seen some people put dumbre, like dumpling. I ain't never seen that, but hey, if it makes you happy, go ahead. Now, as far as the meat, I don't care for too much meat, but I want bones. Now, I went to the store. I could not find beef chunks. So what I did, I got the beef ribs. I have them cut it in chunks. The bone in there is not gonna be too hard. It's gonna be a little chewy, like a gadoop. Not so much a gadoop. You know, when the bone is soft, this is what this is, the baby ribs, but it's beef. I have them cut it. I want the fat in there because that's gonna be the only oil that I'm gonna have in there. I love me some cabbage. Let me bring that down. And I have some celery leaves. I have celery. I have lose, the smell. I have pepper. I have some radish. I have some parsley, thyme. I have bell peppers. I have my macaroni. I use the ziti. I don't want my macaroni too big. I don't want it too small. So this is the macaroni I use. Some people use vermicelle. If that's what you like. I don't like the vermicelle in there. I like mine with the macaroni, but not too big, not too small. So I went ahead and used the ziti and macaroni. That's what I like. I don't want too much vegetables in there. Not vegetable. I don't want too much like yum and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with a small malanga. I have 2 carrots. I have a potato. Basically, that's all I'm gonna have in there. Chou is one of my favorites, so I might add a little bit more cabbage because I love my cabbage in there. You don't want your soup to be too crowded. You want it to have a little bit of stuff, but not too much. Since I'm not making a lot, I'm just making the video for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and move forward with the process of the cleaning. Y'all know how I clean my meat. You know, we use jus d'orange, we use vinegar, we use all the spice. I have my blended épices, which I have a video for that. After I season it, I'm gonna show you the seasoning part, you know, after it's seasoned. We're not gonna go through all the seasoning process. You already know how I clean my meat. This is how we're gonna move forward. And then we're gonna cut up the jumu. We're gonna clean it and boil it. Now, when I boil my jumu, I don't peel it. If you do, because the skin is so hard, I peel it after it's boiled. After it's boiled, I let it cool down and I peel it before I blend it. But some people peel it prior. If that's what you do, go ahead, and it's never gonna hurt. And of course, some bell peppers. I cut up the celeries already because I want it in small chunks so it can fit into my spoon. And basically it. Let's go ahead and start it. I didn't put no seasoning because y'all know the drill when it comes to seasoning. You season it to your taste. I'm gonna put all my seasoning to the side, and I'm gonna put seasoning until I like the taste. I don't do the measuring thing, but if you do, that's your business. Let's go ahead and get started. I will see you later. All right, while our jumu is still boiling, I already seasoned my meat. I cleaned it, I seasoned it. I have shortcut of the cleaning, and not so much the cleaning, the trempe and stuff like that. I'll put it in there. I'll insert it in the video if the video is not too long. But our meat is seasoned. I put some peppers and I have some parsley and thyme. I'm gonna cover it until it's cooked. This is where we're gonna make the soup. We're not making too much. And our jumu is almost done, and I will be right back. Okay, our meat have been boiling for a while. This is what our meat look like. It's looking really good, and I taste it too. It tastes really good. We're not in for a lot of meat. And our jumu is done. We're gonna transfer it over so we can peel it and blend it. All right, now that our jumu is boiled, it's done. You put it here and you peel it. To me, it's easier because you can basically lift the skin off. Okay, we are done peeling our jumu. We put it in this bowl. Now it's time for us to blend it so we can transfer it over to the stove. Let's move forward. Well, y'all, we're not gonna stay too long on this because all right, there we go. This is our meat. I had already showed you guys our bones. It's looking really good. I didn't put no oil, so the fat that's in there, that's from the meat. Now we're gonna pour our jumu in there. Yes. You want it yellow as possible. I liquefied it, so this way you don't even have to put to strain it, because there's nothing to strain. Remember, we peel it. That's one of the reasons why you don't need to strain it. You peel it and then you liquefy it in the blender. Now it's all gonna be based on what blender you have. Mine have the option to liquefy it, basically to make it like baby food. So this is what we did. And of course we're gonna have to add water to make the soup water, to make the juice that's good that we're gonna have in the soup. Now we have another blender coming, so it can be real yellow instead of dark. Okay, I will see you after I add the other one and move forward with the drink. Don't worry about that color because we have the bigger blender coming. That's what's gonna make it yellow instead of the color of the meat. All right, let's add our jumu. Yes, let's add some more water. The yellower, the better. All right, this is our jumu. All right, we're gonna wait for it to boil. If we need to add more water, we can. I will be back. Okay, now that we're done adding the water in here, if we need more water, we can always add some. I'm gonna cut up the vegetable, let this come to a boil to see how yellow it is. If it's not yellow enough, to see what we're gonna do. Now, being here in the United States where we don't have access to some good jumu, we can always use what is called squash. I don't know if this is gonna need the squash, but they sell it at Publix. I usually have one for backup if it's not yellow to my liking to add it in there. But at this point, we don't know if we're gonna need it yet. We're gonna see how it is when it comes to a boil because we're looking for that rich yellow texture. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my vegetables, get everything on a bowl. When this comes to a boil, add everything to see what it looks like with everything added to it. I will be back. All right, we already put the celery in the bowl. Now it's time to peel our carrots. Peel it. And then we're gonna cut it and put it in the bowl. We're gonna put 2 carrots because I like carrots. Now for our cabbage, I don't like my cabbage too big. I don't like it too small. So what I do, after I cut it like that, I'm gonna do it like this, like so. That's it, because I wanna see the pieces of cabbage in there. Easy. I'm gonna wash all of them. This is our malanda. Peel our potatoes. I might add 1 more potato, just because I don't want too much in there. Now, because I'm not putting a lot of veg, definitely not putting plantain in it. I don't like it. I'm not making bouillon, but people do put plantain. If you like it in there, yes, you should, because it's about what you like in your soup. I don't like it. As long as I have malanga and my potatoes, I'm good. And in the radzi, everything is in water. And then we're gonna go back to it to add our celery leaves thyme, parsley, pepper, the lozette. That's when we add that in there. The culantro. Uh-oh, we're making a mess here. This is our radzi. Some people don't like radzi in there. I don't care for it, but I do it for tradition. I'll eat it, but I'm not crazy about it. They are so small, I leave them as a whole. But I just put a very few. Like you see, I'm only putting 4. Some people put the white, how do you call this? Betterave. Some people put the white betterave in it. You can, if you like it. I don't like the texture, so I don't. But if you do, by all means, put whatever you want to put in there. With me, it's the macaroni. And even with the macaroni, I don't want it crowded with macaroni because I don't want when my soup is too thick. So I'll do a very limited pasta. Very. And I don't even like the spaghetti vermicelle. Some people like the vermicelle. I don't like it. It gives me a bad vibe. I'm not gonna say it, but I don't care for it. All right, we're gonna go over to our soup and see if it needs more water. I haven't put no seasoning. Whatever seasoning the meat have, that's what's in there. All right, this is our soup. It's boiling. Let's add, flavor to it. Our pepper, our celery leaves, cilantro, and rosé, parsley, all of that is going in there right now. We're gonna add our bell peppers for taste. I had already shown you guys what the rosé look like. I'm gonna show you guys again for those of you who doesn't have it or probably not familiar with it, I should say. It's actually the culantro, just like cilantro, but C-U. That's the name in English. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I didn't cut my bell peppers too small because I want to see it so I can remove them. Let me show you what the culantro look like. This is the culantro. I had already put a couple in there. You don't have to put a lot, and the smell will tell you what it is. That is culantro. I already put a few. I can put a couple more. We definitely have the jumu taste. Don't mind this. This is something else on the stove. Don't mind. We have the jumu taste. We have flavor, but we can always add more flavor. Some garlic, some Maggi if you use Maggi, some onion powder, sea salt. You can add if you want. We can definitely add some sea salt. Remember, I don't measure. Don't wait for me to measure. Bam. Onion powder. You put seasoning to your taste, mes amours. To your taste. I don't know how. I'm gonna keep saying that. This is garlic. Some bell pepper. Not bell pepper, grounded pepper. And then we're gonna see what it tastes like before we start adding our vegetables. All right, I will be right back. Okay, as you can see, I added some water. We're gonna start putting the We're gonna start putting the vegetables. What I'm gonna wait to add last is the potatoes, because potatoes don't take long to cook. I had cut the potatoes a specific way so I'll know which one they are, but everything else can be added now. Of course, the macaroni won't be added now, so we add all the other stuff except the potatoes. You can even add the malanga if you want, malanga, but potatoes don't take long to cook at all. And there is nothing to soup joumou, that's it. But depending on your joumou, that will determine your color. I have a box of squash back here. If it doesn't give me the color that I want, I will add the squash to it. But you don't have to if you have good joumou. My joumou wasn't bad, so we're gonna see as it starts boiling to see if it's necessary. We can do the radis. I only did 4 radis. Radish. I call it radis. Simon, they respect that. After this come to a boil, I will add the potatoes, and then when we are ready to be done, that's when we're gonna add the other stuff. All right, let our joumou bouillir. I will be back. All right, even when I say I'm not making a lot of food, I still end up making a lot. But what I did, I removed it from the shodzie that it was and put it in a larger one where the stuff can boil comfortably. So I went ahead and put it in this larger pot. I didn't add any more water yet because I didn't add the potatoes in the pasta yet. I noticed it's gonna be too crowded, so I pour it over in this one instead. I'm gonna cover it and let it come to a boil. And then I will be back. All right, let's taste. Okay, I love the taste. Remember, by the time it's cooked, we don't want all these cumes to be on the side. All these, it should be gone. Now, within another 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna add the potatoes and we're gonna let our soup consomme, basically. It's got all the smell, the celery smell. You can always add more celery. I only put 2 because I didn't want to make too much, but you can add more. You want to have the celery smell. You want to have the l'oseille smell, because that's the aroma that's going to fill up your home. That's going to give you the soup joumou vibe. Wait until we add everything else. All right, don't mind this. I'm making a chic thai for a friend. Okay, now that our other vegetables starting to look good and our sauce is thickening, we're gonna add the potatoes and the stuff, not the yum. Oh my god, the guy is cutting the grass. I'm sorry, guys. We're putting the malanga and the potatoes. All right, and then that's it. I'll be back. All right, let's check on our bouillon. Même dit bouillon. Our soup joumou. We didn't add the pasta yet. We didn't add the pasta yet, y'all. Listen, soup joumou should have a specific taste. And because of the l'oseille, because of the feuille céleri, ou supposé prendre 100 li. So ou pas prendre 100 ou pas satisfait, you can add more, but soup joumou have a specific smell, and once you get it, you know. So now we just have to let it cook. I'm satisfied with the taste. It's got enough seasoning because I season my meat very well. So this way it can get the color and the smell that I want. Now I did let my meat prend couleur. You know, after it's cooked, you let it get, you know, the color so it doesn't look too white in your soup. And that's it. You let it cook until it's time for you to put the pasta. But you usually put the pasta towards the end. Let me check on my chick thigh. Be back. All right. Okay, our soup is looking really good. I'm really happy with the look. Of course, it's not done yet. I don't want my soup spicy. So at this point, you can add your pasta. But in my case, I don't like my pasta overcooked. I'm gonna wait before I add it because I want my pasta to be al dente. That's how I like my pasta. Now, if you put belly, this is the time you can add your butter. Your belly, if you wanna add, if you want to adjust your taste, you can do it at this point because whatever you add will have time to incorporate well in there. I don't do spicy. Well, I love spicy, but my husband doesn't, so I don't put a lot of spice in there. Of course, I have my pepper boiling in there. I have my bell peppers and all my vegetable, comment dirais-je, poivron, tout bagay sa yo nan sa. As you drink in your soup, you can scoop it out, but these are the vegetables that comes with it. All your celery leaves, your lozay, all of that, you can scoop it out, throw it out if you need to. But some people eat it, they don't mind. So let it continue to boil, and then when I feel it's ready for me to add my pasta without it being overcooked, that's when I add it. But right now, that's basically what there is to soup joumou. Once you put everything in there, it's basically timing when to put what in there so your stuff are not overcooked, and basically wait for it to be done. And with my cue when I'm making soup, as long as it still have those cumes, it's not ready. So I don't know what you use. You're gonna see when it's ready. If you're somebody who cook a lot, like I cook a lot, so I'll know when my food is ready. But you'll know it's gonna get creamy. And all right, now that most of our cume is gone, that's when I add my pasta. Remember, I'm not adding a lot of pasta, so I might add a little bit more. What y'all think? Add a little bit more? I'll add a little bit more. And then our bouillon is almost done because we don't want it to overcook. And we can add a little bit of pasta. That's it. Because we're not in the business of putting too much pasta in there. And now let it cook. So our soup joumou will be done. All right, our soup is getting thick enough. And look at our meat in there. Our meat is cooked. Our pasta is getting real al dente. Everything is looking good. I'm satisfied with the taste, very, very satisfied, very pleased with the taste. My vegetables are not being overcooked. Now, within the next 5-10 minutes or so, our soup will be ready. And all right, guys, our soup joumou is good. Everything is cooked. You see how thick our sauce is? This is our soup joumou, and you make it your way, I make it my way. There's things that I put in there, and there are things that I don't put in there. I don't care for the betterave thing, the white betterave. I don't care for it, so that's not in there. I put the radzi potatoes, and stuff like that. We're gonna plate our soup and then we're gonna give it a try. All right, I'll be back. All right. We are done. The soup is over. We are done. We're gonna give it a try. I have our soup here. Come on closer so we can see it. I put some bread because I like my soup with bread. I'm gonna give it a try for you guys. Oh, this is the texture. I'm going for those of you who say I'd be like, it's a little spicy, we. I didn't expect that. Yeah. Of course, I'm not gonna drink the whole thing, but you know, I wanted to make it look good for you guys. Just the way I like it. I wish my light was better, but this is what we got. All right, there we have it. Soup Joumou, just in time for New Year's. All right, guys, remember to like, subscribe, turn on your notification box, and please share this video with your friends. And I will see you on the next video. What?
Mmm. Tastes good. I don't even taste the pumpkin. It doesn't even taste like pumpkin.
This is my food.